This is part 3 of watching all the movies I've thrifted, and I just got done watching Elf Bowling the movie, Can Christmas Be Spared? And I didn't do that for me. I did that for you. This movie is based off the very popular computer game from the late 90s of the same name. The game is rated T for teens, and so is this movie.
She's left to Cancun for the killing body shots. A fun bag wielding wench.
Elf Bowling the movie answers the questions that nobody asked, like, what's the lore behind Elf Bowling the game? The movie starts by showing us that Santa used to be a pirate captain, and his crew's main goal was to steal toys from children and then sell them back at a markup to their grandparents. Santa feels bad about this, so he decides to drop the toys back into the ocean in hopes that they'll eventually float back to land. We also learn Santa's real name in the intro, and it's long as fuck.
Signed, Captain Santa Maria Clausewitz Dingle.
We then meet Santa's brother, and his name is Dingle, and he is evil, as we can tell from the music they use in his intro. Santa plays against the pirate crew in a bowling game for cash. Dingle keeps the score, and Santa and Dingle argue about whose fault it is while walking off a plank into the ocean. They immediately turn into ice cubes. Their ice cubes wash up in the North Pole, where they are found by a magic orb-wielding elf named Lex and his 2 friends. None of them are on the case, none of these elves are important. The penguins are semi-important, but that's it. I don't know who's behind here, but I imagine it's not Lex. Lex decides to thaw them out because Santa matches their prophecy. The elves lead Santa and Dingle to their workshop where they make
Doodle-bobbins.
Or toys. After entering the workshop, the elves, for no reason, start marching towards the group. This causes Dingle to freak out, who then starts wrestling for the magical orb. The orb is then thrown into the elves and they fall like bowling pins, causing them to shake with excitement. Because of this excitement, coupled with the prophecy, Lex offers Santa the job of being their leader, which Santa accepts. Out of sheer happiness, the elves start making fart noises. We then get a better introduction to the main characters. This includes the only black elf. His only purpose in this movie is to be nothing good.
First, there's Rebel, who's in charge of packaging. Yo, when the presents need wrapping, I'm a one maker happen. My feet stop tapping, my hands keep clapping.
Then we meet Bagger, the sassy elf, who does all the paperwork.
Bagger, what are you gonna do with him? I mean, who the cranberries is him?
And Candle, who doesn't really come up ever again.
Don't do requests.
After every introduction, the elves cheer, and the same animation is used where this one elf looks like he's in a lot of pain. Santa has to sign a contract stating that the elves will refuse to work if they are bummed out. Santa agrees to the unionization of the elves. Then, a montage of newspapers play to show that 600 years have passed and Dingle is still evil and living with Santa and Mrs. Claus. Mrs. Claus gets fed up with him and kicks him out. This pisses Dingle off, so he tricks Santa into leaving the workshop so Dingle's penguins can blow it up. The elves blame Santa, and Dingle convinces them to go to Fiji for vacation per their union contract. On this plane full of only elves, there for some reason is one human woman named Veronica. She overhears Dingle saying he's now rich because he owns the elves.
Billions.
She goes to put the moves on Dingle and he immediately loses his mind.
In the one with the $billion looks.
Veronica happens to own a sweatshop in Fiji for the elves to work in, but since the elves don't want to work, Dingle hypnotizes them.
Bagger, wake up!
Except they miss Lex, who is now trying to save the elves. Also, in the meantime, Santa thaws out and is on his way too. Dingle finds out about the plan to save the elves and uses the magic orb to turn 2 Easter Island heads into Surfer Dude bodyguards. The Easter Island heads bury Santa, but then Lex and Santa have a heart-to-heart, which causes them to let Santa go.
This is like a chick flick, except instead of smoking babes, dude, it's a bunch getting a fat guy.
Santa and Lex rush over to the elves and free them by reversing the hypnosis.
Huh? Where the bleep am I?
Yeah, and what the bleep's happening?
Dingle finds out and challenges Santa to a bowling game where the winner gets the North Pole. Obviously, Santa wins, and Lex uses the orb to repair the North Pole.
Lex, you did it. All right. Man, we could use that in Detroit.
That's it. That's the whole movie, and you can now say that you've watched it. Also, surprise, this movie is a musical, and none of the singers can sing. Also, for some reason, Tom Kenny and Joe Alaskey are in this. I don't know how they got roped into this. Maybe they really liked the game. The animation isn't that great, so he must not be that esteemed. There's surprisingly not a lot of bowling in this movie. It happens only 3 times, and every time the elves get hit by the bowling ball, they lose all their physics. Fire! The full title of this movie is actually Elf Bowling: The Great North Pole Elf Strike. It's shown in the opening, and that's what the movie is listed as on Google and IMDb, but it's not on the DVD case or the DVD. This movie was released in 2007 to a lot of negative reviews, which caused the sequel, Elf Bowling 2: The Great Halloween Pumpkin Heist, to be cancelled, which is good because this was awful. I give it a 1 out of 10. Make sure to vote in the comments for what you want to see next.